Welcome everyone to a short hatha class for releasing the tension, the stress, the anxiety accumulated in the lower back. So we're going to do a lot of release on the calves, hamstrings, but we are also going to help the lower back by stabilizing all our nervous system with a little bit of strengthening on the core, the shoulders, the chest to keep everything nice and um, healthy. So I hope you enjoy it and let's get started. Let's find a comfortable seat just to take a couple of breaths, tune in, and then let's get on the lower back restoration. So find a comfortable seat that works for you. If you have it in your practice, you can close your eyes or just relax your gaze away from the screen. Take a deep, deep inhale and a slow exhale. We're going to do one more inhale as you lengthen your spine. And when you exhale, draw your shoulders down away from your ears. So today we'll focus on sending some good caring, love caring into the lower backs. So we'll explore a lot of the fascia release that involves the hamstrings, the glutes. We'll begin to the sound of If this is something that you want to share with me, that you want to join me in, take a deep inhale. And on your next inhale, open your eyes. Let's move into some stretches, actually from a seated position. Let's activate the spine. So the usual interlacing fingers, palms facing out, arms over the head as you inhale, stretch up. And when you exhale, round your spine, chin down. Inhale up, and you go as fast as you want. I can tell you that I already feel it in my lower back, but it might be a good pace for you, or you can adjust it. Just see that if you can still bring the deep breaths. Let's do two more. Relax your shoulders down. And next time you go up, inhale, release your hands. Right hand by your hips. And then on the mat, of course. And then just bend over to your left. Stretching the right side. Just finding that extra space for your waist, for your lateral muscles. Inhale, let's switch side. And back to the center. Let's come into a tabletop position. Wrists under your shoulders. You're going to extend your right leg out, strengthen your knee, curl your toes, and we're going to move back and forth. And it depends how deep you want to go to the back to release the sole of your foot, your Achilles, your calf. Usually when our backs hurt, especially the lower back, there's a lot of things that we can do with the legs to release the tension on them. So as you move back and forth, like a constant stretch and release, Let's do one last, staying on the back, like moving your weight all the way to the back as much as you can without modifying your hands, your knee, and then feeling the stretch and the release on the calf. We're going to bring, you can drag your leg or just lift it up in the air, and we're going to move the leg to the right side. Open your left arm and torso to the left, and then thread the needle. Twisting is also great for warm-ups to increase the blood circulation, the energy levels. So bring your shoulder down as much as you can. Extend your right arm up, bend your elbow, and wrap your arm around your back. Now that you are down, see if you can just pull your left hip out to the back and left side of your mat. So don't let your hip go all the way over to the right side. And this might increase the twisting, which is what we're looking for. And then bring your right hand on the mat. Open, unwrapping your arm and torso to the left, hand on the mat. And then we continue moving that leg. And now you step forward with the right foot outside of your hands. And this is, again, completely up to you how far you want to get with this one. If you have the space, maybe walk your leg a little bit more to the back, just as I have it, like extended and not too much angle on the bending. And if you can, maybe come into your forearms and just let your knee open and drop to the right side. You can guide it with your hand or just let it open by itself based on the range of motion of your hips. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands back into your tabletop. Your right leg goes back again, tabletop. And just two cat-cow, so arching your back, gaze up, and then cow, rounding your spine, chin down. One more, inhale up, exhale down. Extend your left leg out, curl your toes, strengthen your knee, and then we move back and forth to stretch, to release the Achilles, the calf. And then go back to the center. Move all the way to the back, feeling the stretch. And back to the center once more. Move your leg, dragging your leg to the left side. Just align with your hips. Open and extend your right side. Opening your chest, your arm up, and then threading the needle to the other side. Once you find your space, remember to pull your right hip back to its place so that it doesn't go with your left hand, with your left arm. I mean, left leg. As you inhale, untwist, opening your arm and chest to the right side, and then come back with your hand on the floor. Step forward with your left foot outside of your hand. Readjust whatever you need to. You can walk your right leg a little bit more to the back, relax your toes, let your knee open a little bit. You can just lift your foot, come to the outer edge of your foot, And maybe come into your forearms if you want it. Yes, nice. Couple more of deep breaths, and then we'll go back. First with the hands under the shoulders, then with the left leg back into your tabletop. 2 cat-cows as you inhale, arch your back, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, chin down. One more, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale back to the center. Curl your toes, lift your knees into your downward. Look forward and then walk your feet to the front of the mat. Having your hands on your shins or your thighs to lift halfway up, gazes forward. Relax your shoulders. Gather your shoulder blades on the back. And as you exhale, bend all the way down, releasing your arms. Open your arms. And then come all the way up, arms over the head, stretch. Maybe even arch your back. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms over the head. We stretch again, maybe arch your back a little bit more this time. It's just focusing on tilting the pelvis forward more than the back. And as you exhale, forward bend one more. Step back with your left foot. Turn your ankle, heel down, and lift up into your warrior one. And then we're gonna open the chest and the torso into our warrior one, two. We move with transition from 1 to 2. We strengthen the right knee. Inhale, reach far away over your right foot and then bend down. Your right hand can be in any place that feels comfortable on your right leg. And just to continue with the side stretch, you can just bring your arm over your ear. See if you can consciously pull your left hip back. Nice. And when you inhale, go back up into your triangle. And now we're gonna twist it, reverse. So we're going to start opening to the left side. We twist towards the right leg. And then we forward bend for a revolved triangle. We're just twisting the same triangle and feel the difference on the body, the different release. Inhale, lift up, bend your right knee. Windmill your arms down onto your mat, framing your foot. Three-legged dog with your right leg up. Exhale, full downward dog. We're gonna walk the feet forward only to the point where you are able to comfortably have your heels down on the mat. From here, let's see if you can walk, step forward with your right foot only, keeping the same lanes, different lanes for each foot. Bend your knees, especially the front knee if you need it. Lift up, halfway up. Lengthen your spine and then forward bend even deeper. As you continue forward bending, see if you can help your right hip to come back and being aligned with your left one. We'll move the weight towards the front leg as we walk the hands forward and maybe offer space for our left leg to lift up. We're gonna try to keep the left hip down so you don't have to raise your left leg too much. Only to the point where you are comfortably aligned on your hips and shoulders. Your toes are pointing down. Step back with your left foot. Find your downward dog again, walking both feet to the back. As you inhale, coming to your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and forehead or chin down. It depends on which one is better for your neck. We're gonna hold it a few seconds here because now we focus on releasing the middle back. The closer you bring your chest, not only to the floor, but towards your legs, the deeper the release is going to be. So it's up to you how much you want to feel it. Inhale, slide forward, and then halfway up, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Open your arms and come all the way up, arms over the head. Exhale, relax your arms down. Other side, inhale, arms over the head, stretch. Exhale, bend forward. Right leg steps back, turn your ankle, heel down, and we lift up for a warrior one. First, nice. Make sure that the outer right side of your foot is not lifted, that it stays grounded on the floor. Open your arms, chest, and hips to the longer edge of your mat. Gaze over the left hand. Strengthen your right knee. Inhale, reach forward, and then bend down for a side stretch. And as you feel comfortable, lower your arm by your ear and maybe give it just a subtle twist, opening the chest, the hip on the right side to give more a lateral stretch instead of a back stretch. Inhale, lift back into your triangle, twist. So we're going to twist over to the left, and now the right hand is the one that is going to rest on your leg, wherever you want it to rest. As you revolve your triangle, twisting. Lift up again into your triangle. Bend your left knee. Windmill your hands down on the mat. And then walk your foot back into your downward dog. From here, just step forward with your left foot and then with your right foot. Only a bit, just to find your pyramid pose on the other side. So the left foot is slightly more forward than the other one. As you inhale, you lift halfway up. Exhale, trying to do a forward bend over to the left leg. Remember, you can bend your left knee if you need it. And now draw your left hip back to be aligned with the left one, with the other one. And now we're going to become more aware of the right hip. This time, as you walk your hands forward, move the weight to the left leg only to free your right leg and lift it as much as you want. Keeping your shoulders and hips aligned, your toes pointing down. Go as deep as you want. Step back into your mat. Three-legged dog. Left leg up. Exhale, full downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, forehead or chin. And we hold it a few more seconds again. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your elbows closed by your torso. Inhale, sliding forward and up only halfway. And as you exhale, downward dog again. Inhale, bend your knees down on your mat, and then sit down in a comfortable way. We're going to open the legs, extend them in front of you, and then open them to a comfortable level. It doesn't matter how much you can open them. It doesn't have to be too much. So we're going to work on internal and external rotation, which means the ability to internally rotate, like turning your legs inside, and see how this affects the alignment of your toes. So if we go inside, coming from the hips, everything goes in, turning inside. And if we do external rotation, then it's the opposite. Everything turns out. And as a result, you have your toes pointing to the back, your pinky fingers trying to reach the floor. That doesn't mean that you are twisting your ankles just like this. It's coming all the way from the top. Your groin muscles are the ones that are in charge of doing that movement. And we're gonna use that. You can, if you feel comfortable like that, that's a really nice range of motion on your hips. What we're gonna do is we're gonna twist the chest towards the right leg. Inhale, and then we're gonna do a forward bend. If you feel your left hip lifting too much, this leg, like in a lot of stress because of this stretch, you can always bend it and bring your foot, your ankle towards your butt to give you a better release if you need it. If you don't need it, then just keep focusing on twisting your chest completely towards your right leg, especially focusing on lowering the left side. As you inhale, walk your hands back. Turn over to the other leg immediately. Do whatever you need to do for your right leg to accommodate the stretch going to the other side. And you'll all immediately feel the difference. Normally, when I feel pain in my lower back, it has a lot to do with my hamstrings, especially the left hamstring. Probably you already know what other parts of your body need a release to help your lower back. Lower your right shoulder and hip to actually feel this internal release. Inhale, lift up. And now we're going to do an external one. So everything we did now, forward bending to one leg, we were forcing the other leg to turn inside. And now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to bring the right hand in front of the knee, of the right knee. Lift the left arm up, and as we inhale, we're gonna try to as if we wanted to rest over the right leg. That's the intention. I think you have the enough range of motion, yeah, to come into your forearm. And if you feel comfortable and maybe want to explore, you can start sliding your hand and reach even farther away. The left arm is there for you to help you keep your chest open. If it's too much, if it becomes too much, you can always bend your elbow and rest your arm on your back. See if your left hip lifted. If it's coming off the mat, maybe walk a couple inches back, readjust, lower the left side, and then go back into your stretch. Inhale, lift up, unwrap your arm. Let's do the other side. Left hand in front of your knee. Lengthen your spine, and as you exhale, bend over to your left leg. Nice. Same thing. If the right side starts to lift up a little bit, come back maybe 1 inch or so. Readjust and keep going farther towards your left foot. Inhale, lift up, back to the center. And now we go down, forward. So have your hands in front of you. Do what's best. You can come into your forearms or maybe keep going forward. And here is the student's preference. Some students have more range of motion going out with their legs, external rotation. Some have more going inside, internal rotation. Maybe try both, see which one your body likes the most. And then enhance it. Inhale, lift up, close your legs, swing your legs to one side of your body, coming to your knees, curl your toes, lift your knees, and just kind of like sitting on your heels or so. You can keep your hands on the floor to find balance, but that's what we're actually going to work on for the next posture, is to be able to raise our torso as much as possible, maybe bringing your hands on your legs like you did, and maybe bringing them back up into a prayer position. See if you can close your eyes and keep your balance on. Notice what's the first thing that starts to tremble. Is it the ankles, the knees? See if it helps to bring your legs together, thighs pressing. Hands down on the floor. Raise your hips, strengthen your knees. Open your feet slightly wider than your hips. Open your toes outside and lower your hips down into a garland pose. We're going to do the same idea along with a twist. So maybe it's easier for you to find the balance here. The first few seconds, we're just letting drop the hips down to release the lumbar area. There are days when I don't feel anything in this posture, but today I'm actually really feeling it. So check with your body. Great adjustment for the heels. Nice. So just a quick couple of twists, one to each side. Extend your left arm in front of your left. Open your arm, internally rotate, turn it inside, bend your elbow, and wrap your arm around your leg. Open your right arm and your chest. Feel the twist coming from your middle back, not your hips or your knees moving. Everything stays where it is. Center it on your lower body, and then maybe wrap your arm around your back. The biggest thing here is to keep the chest open and high up as much as we can. So don't worry about the binding on the arms. If it's too much, you can always have your right hand on your right knee to help you keep your chest open. Nice, yeah. Inhale, release, and let's go immediately to the other side. Extend your right arm out. Internally rotate, bend your elbow, and wrap, hugging your leg, more like it. Lift your left arm up, and do the same thing, wrapping it around your back. But maybe if it's too much or too hard for you to keep your chest open and up, high up, bring your left hand on your left knee. Yeah, and see how that helps for the twist. Inhale back to the center. Hands on the floor. Lift your hips up. Walk your feet to the front of the mat. Halfway up, hands on your shins or thighs. Lift your gaze. Exhale down. Walk your feet to the back, finding your down dog. Lower your knees down and sit on your heels once more. We did a lot of work to release the lower back. And now we are going to do a little bit more to strengthen the core to protect the lower back and the shoulders. So we're going to do dolphins. We've done this before. So grabbing opposite arms, elbows on the floor, interlacing your fingers, palms together, curl your toes, and lift your knees. Your knees and your hips up. This is like a down dog, only on your forearms. If this is all you want to do today, you can stay here, feeling the alignment. If you want to do more of the strengthening, slide your feet maybe 1 inch back. Inhale to give your body space so that as you move forward and try to bring your body flat, parallel to the floor, gaze is forward, and then exhale, press back into your dolphin, lifting your hips up. Nice. Inhale, forward. We're gonna do 5 more. 4 after this. Lift back into dolphin. Inhale, forward. Nice. Come back. 3 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 1 more. We're gonna hold it if we can. Inhale, forward, and we're gonna stay forward for a few more seconds. Yes, you are strong. Exhale, back into dolphin, and then bend your knees down on the mat. Find your child's pose that is good for you. Your knees together, your knees separate, it doesn't matter, just as long as you offer the space for your lower back to be rounded. Rest your arms on the floor. And then we slowly start rolling back up, 1 vertebra at a time. The last thing to come up is your head. As we move on to the last part of the class, we're finishing early. Sitting on one side of your feet, extending your legs out in front of you. Lay down on your back. Open your arms into position. Lower your legs down and straight. Raise your right leg up. See what's best for your right hand. If either grab your calf, if you're able to reach your ankle or heel, and then you're gonna guide your right leg out to the right side, of course. Get as far as you can without lifting the left side. You can even have your left hand on your hip, kind of like as a reminder, like a constant reminder of keeping your hip down. Inhale, lift up, switch hands, and now we're gonna twist the leg to the other side. This time, of course, your hip can be lifted, but your chest is trying to stay nice and flat, pointing up to the sky. So your right shoulder can also stay relaxed. Inhale, lift up, back to the center. Lower the leg down. Raise the left leg. With your left hand, find the comfortable position to hold your leg and then open your leg out to the left side. If you need the reminder, you can bring your right hand on your right hip to help it stay down. Inhale, lift up, switch hands. Do whatever you need to do. You can bend your knee if you want, and then twist your leg to the opposite side. Left shoulder stays relaxed. Left hip can go all the way out to the right side. Inhale, lift up, back to the center, and lower your leg down. Bring your legs together. This is the last posture of today. Hide your arms under your body, palms facing down for a fish posture. Bend your elbows, come into your forearms. Lift your torso up, drop your head back, and then slightly drag your body, your full body to the back of the mat until the crown of your head finds the floor. Next time you inhale, lift your head up, rest your back, release your arms from under your body, and start finding your Shavasana. It's going to be a short Shavasana, so you keep the energy levels up to go out and enjoy a nice, warm, and sunny day outside. Not too warm, so that you get to enjoy. Open your feet onto the corners of your mat. Open your arms, kind of like a 25-degree angle, palms facing up, so that shoulders and hips are relaxed. Take a deep, deep breath in, tense all the muscles on your body. And as you exhale, release everything out. Enjoy your Shavasana. Reaching the end of Shavasana, we slowly start reconnecting with the body, with your toes, fingers, your head, giving your body a full stretch, bringing your feet together, arms over the head, and then do any movement you need to go back to a comfortable seat to finish the class. As soon as you can, either relax your gaze away from the screen or close your eyes. Take a deep, deep inhale, feeling your sit bones grounded. Exhale, shoulders over the hips. Inhale once more, lengthen your spine. And allow your breath to go back to its natural rhythm while I practice Namaste, which is I offer you my respect. I bow into you and I thank you for taking the class.